everyone. Good morning. It's about 8:13 in the morning. It's on the 8th of October 2020. Um, Having a lot of conflicting thoughts this morning I want to share with you guys. Before I get into any of this, of course, as you all know, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm giving my opinion on the market here. And we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin first. And then we're going to take a look at the S&P. We're going to take a look at Nasdaq as well, some of those. I kind of want to take it into Ethereum as well, but I have to be upfront and honest with you guys right now. I've been pretty confident over the last, I don't know, over the last few weeks with the markets, but as of today, starting to have a little bit of uncertainty on correlation between the different markets, correlation between the crypto markets, mainly Bitcoin, and the traditional markets, mainly the ES ticker, and the US dollar index. So, I haven't talked about the US dollar index in a while. I first brought it up on the Discord server for insured members, months ago. I mean, this was probably March. People didn't start talking about it until maybe 2 months ago. People started really paying attention to it. But I was looking at this way back in March. So it's real interesting how this is all shaping up here, and I want to talk through what my thoughts are on this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. I'm going to go into Bitcoin first. I have kind of outlined something here that, a lot of people are talking about, a lot of people are saying. I'm trying to put a spin on it that's, that's more aligned with Elliott, and I'm just having a real hard time, just being real honest with you guys here, hard time saying that, yeah, this is bullish. As you all know, that I've been keeping my eye on like 16, 17K. But from what I see here, this looks like a wedge, and I'm not sure that I like it. So from down here, this looks like our A, our B, our C, our D, and then we work on the E, right? So I don't know if E is in. I mean, typically it would try and, get people, to get out of any shorts that they're in before it eventually goes down. Your level of invalidation is sitting right here, right? So this is your invalidation level, and this is important, whether you are a bull or if you are a bear. Okay, so let's just point this out right here. This is bullish break. All right, that's that level right there. If this is the D right here, that means that our new important support is going to be this guy right here. So we really shouldn't break this. I'm going to remove this P&L altogether. Right now, probability is telling me that we're going to be making another leg down, and that's not that's not good. That's not good, because we want this thing to break up. So we want this bullish break to occur. We don't want this important support, which is actually bearish break. We don't want that to hit either. We're literally right in the middle of this right now. So, we've taken a couple swings. Like, we bought some Ethereum. I think it was back here on October 2nd. Maybe not. It actually was probably more like back here on the 6th. We bought Ethereum here, and I got out of that trade last night because I didn't like the way that it looked. So I would say that this E could potentially be be in the works right now. We've seen a lot of this. You see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like that, right? If going into a B, you shouldn't see this kind of a formation, but this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, A, B, C into the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 3, A, B, C into the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 waves here. This is 5 waves. There's no doubt in my mind. You can't convince me otherwise that this is not 5 waves, because it is. This is 5 waves. let's just take a look at this. Down to the 1, up to the 2. We hit the 1618 perfectly for wave 3. I mean, literally, look at that. I mean, this is, I guess, we went right down to it. All right, 5 waves down, 3 waves up. We have 5 little waves down here into this 3. 2 waves up, sorry, 3 waves up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete that move. That is a 5-wave structure, and you shouldn't have that in an A, B, C, D, E wedge. You shouldn't have 5 waves in wave B in a wedge. So now where are we? Well, let's talk about a bearish alternative here. I'm going to move into my bear side over here, which I haven't put this together because honestly I have been pretty bullish here. But we have to, we have to look at the fact that this is, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the 3 would be there, the 4 would be there, and this would be the 5. So let's just fix this. 3 up here, 4 down here. Let this work itself out. Again, we've been talking about this looking like a wedge for a while now. I'm going to move this up to a higher degree. I'm just really struggling with this here, guys. I'm really struggling with this because I want to be bullish, but this is not looking bullish anymore, at least for the short term. So we've got then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete that on a lower degree. All right, change the color on this guy. All right, so if we've got 5 waves up here, well, now we're working on our correction. If that is the top, if that's the top, and you could make an argument that we've got a top here from down here. We've got a little 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5. It works. It works. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and then we have our correction here into the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete that move. Then, really, if this is the case, if this is really what's going on here, we should be correcting this move, and we should come down to the 50. And the 50 is at 7,000. So I'm really struggling, guys. I'm really struggling with this because I want this thing to break up, but right now it looks like we want to break down. It looks like we want to break down. This correction right here, I had this basically the completion of 5 waves, and then we have 3 waves, and then we had 5 more up on a larger degree. It's looking less and less like that is happening, especially with this that we've got going on right here. This looks, I mean, this looks pretty darn bearish, and it looks like a real good case for a wedge. And if that is the case, then we should be falling. I guess this guy would actually be from right here, falling down here to, at least 86, maybe lower than that. If we take a look at it from this aspect where we go up from there, we come down here for the first move, and then we pull back to that move, we come down here to the 1618. So this is a good candidate from up here for 1, 2, 3, and this sure as hell looks like a 4 to me. Could be that 4 is already in, then we go down for the 5, and that would just be the A. Okay, so put this into perspective. This is just the A, then we go up for the B, then we go down for the C on a higher degree. Now, do I want that? I mean, I guess, but this is taking us down much further than what we are really expecting. So watch, I guess, to see where this thing goes. I tend to believe that this is going to fall lower. Let's measure the height of this wedge and pull it up from where we think it's going to break down. I mean, this is 91. 91, I could see that. I could see 91 for the A. Okay, if we come down to 9100 for the A, we go up about 50% for the B, So let's say we do go all the way down to 9100. Let's just draw this in here and get as close as we can. 9100. We go up for the B, back up to 10.6, basically right to where we are right now. It's going to take some time probably. And then we go lower. We go lower. So in a perfect world, if we come from all the way up here down to 9100, and then we go up to the 50, we would expect this to come to 77, 66. Yeah, no, we are not probably not going to come all the way down here, but it's very possible for us to come down to 72. I think we're going to see much lower prices on Bitcoin here in the near future. But now, what constitutes a break in either direction? Well, we are inside of this wedge right now. So where is this invalidated? Because we have our bull case, which we were talking about over on the other chart. But where is this invalidated? Well, if this is, in fact, from down here, an A, B, C, D, E, if that's the E, well, then your level of invalidation more than likely is going to be this C right here, right? So we were talking about that. That is going to be your level of invalidation to the upside. So that's going to be, we'll go ahead and color this guy orange. Okay, your level of invalidation to the downside is going to be this guy right here. So right now, in my opinion, this is a no trade zone. I would say that if you are going to try and buy, right, if you're trying to buy any dips here, if it breaks down below 10,380, I'd get out. If you're looking to short, if it goes up above 10,950, then I would get out. That's what I would be doing. Right now we're right in the middle of this. And actually what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do one better for you guys. We're going to take a look at this with a channel, because I think it would be easy for us to label this as a channel so we can see what this is looking like. Right there, that's your channel that we are now in. And you know, this to me is a no trade zone. No trade zone. I would actually be more willing to short up here than long down here. I think the probability is down and not up. But if we break up here, what did we say about 10,950 we'll call it, then I would say that we're going to be going up. We're going to be reversing up and out of here. Really the only thing that has me skeptical, and I've already mentioned this, I'm going to say it one more time, only thing that has me skeptical is this guy right here. This is what has me second guessing, and maybe that means that we're not in a wedge right now. But the geometry looks like a wedge. You can't deny the geometry looks like a wedge here, which more often than not is a continuation pattern. So we have our nuke, we consolidate, and then we fall down again. So I am going to be cautious here. Maybe I'm jumping the gun calling this a wedge, but it looks so perfect. So I'm just being very careful. So that's what I think on Bitcoin, and that would translate into Ethereum, of course. So Ethereum is not creating the same formation. It's creating a little bit of a different one. So Ethereum is creating something that looks a little bit like this, where we've got kind of like that flat bottom almost. You know, we're all familiar with this, and then we're creating this descending pattern here, which is also bearish. It's also bearish. You know, a move down here to like 315, then back up a little bit, and then a breakdown. I could see that happening. Maybe we get a triple bottom, right? Maybe Ethereum is going to be more bullish. Very, very possible. So if Bitcoin drops, maybe Ethereum is just going to kind of hold up here. That would be nice. But I still think it comes down to at least 315. You know, watching this entire impulsive move up, you know, this took a long time to complete, and there we go. The 50 sitting at $207, the 382 sitting at 254. I could see a move down here to 250. I could definitely see that. You've got your resistance here. We broke through. We haven't tested it. We broke through it. We haven't tested this at all. Coming back to the 382 seems likely. So yeah, I think it's very possible that we come back down here as well. But let's take a look at the S&P. So we were talking about this. I'm going to go down to a 15-minute time frame. We were talking about this yesterday. Our bearish scenario. Assuming this is the top and we correct from here, we were talking about potential for this, this being the A, and then you've got 5, 3, let's see here, 5 waves up, A, B, C. So here, this is kind of where I think this may actually be heading. I could have probably jumped the gun on this, but I think more than likely what we have is a contender for an expanded flat here. So we've got the A down here, the B up here, and then the C could potentially have been down here. So A, B, and then we go up for the C. So potentially jump the gun here. You don't always get trades right. I don't think that this is going to happen just because of our invalidation level. I'm going to be closing out of my hedged short, right? Put a keyword there. It was a hedge. The risk was minimal. And so when 9:30 rolls around, and probably before then, I'll probably get out of my hedge short that I had. My equity positions are probably going to be doing okay. I'm still going to be looking for a move to the downside. I'm not going to give up on that. But for now, I think that it does look like we're going to be breaking up before we put in this B. So we're going to have to wait and see where that actually ends up. And if we take our trend-based fib tool from here, if this is the A to the B, could be that we do make our way up to 35 before we see ourselves moving down. So it could be we make up to 35. If this comes down here, still 35 at the 123.6, but so 35.50 rather, still supporting a move up to about 35 before we see a move down. So expect a move that looks similar to this with our ABC, working on the A, B, C to get ourselves up there. And that was, there we go, we'll color that yellow. I think that's very possible. And again, this is just outlining the bear case, right? Outlining the bear case there before we do finally make our move down. The bull case, let's just take a look at the bull case that's over here. We're on a 15-minute time frame. We've been watching this. I still think this is potentially an A, B, C, that this too is actually here now. So this would mean that we have an impulsive move up and out of here. Which really would signify that our case for a move up to 4,000 is that much better. So I'm going to remove this guy. Let's see here. Going to get rid of these counts just to kind of clean up the chart just a little bit. So this would be the A, B, C. Put this on a smaller degree. And from here, if this is the expanded flat that we were looking at in the other chart, which it's a decent contender for, right? So let's get rid of this guy. We're going to get rid of these P&Ls, clean up the chart, get rid of this guy as well. So the 2 potentially is right here, this right here, and on a higher degree. Change the color on him also. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C for an expanded flat. And this actually worked itself out pretty well. I was looking at this. If you measure wave A, project it from wave B, we hit the 100 equality. Perfect. Okay, so that worked out pretty well, actually. So if we take this guy up to here and this guy from here, that worked out really, really well as a channel. So ABC, potentially the 2 being right here. If that is the case, what we should be seeing is from up here and then the 2. Okay, so this is on a higher time frame. This would support a move up to, for this 3, to come all the way up here to 36, almost 37. And this should be happening really soon, actually. If this was wave 2, the end of wave 2, wave 3 should be a little more violent. So we should be seeing a significant move to the upside. And we are breaking important resistance, right? You can see we've got resistance here, 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 and then here before we had a major drop, and it got bought up yesterday. Now we attempted to short here at the top, and I mean we've literally given hardly anything back to the market. We're grinding up here, at our yellow zone, right? So we're sitting at 34.25. Basically, this was our level of invalidation. So anything can happen in the next 57 minutes. But um, if we're bullish, we should be seeing a rip up and out of here. Maybe a little pullback maybe to 34, but we should be seeing a significant move to the upside here, maybe even this week. Maybe we get our pullback tomorrow. Maybe next week is the week that we're bullish, but we should be seeing significant moves up and out of here if this is bullish. So I would expect wave 3 to come all the way up here to 36.84. What would that mean? Well, that would mean that we're creating a new all-time high. A new all-time high. So, 1, 2, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 working on it. It's not going to move straight up, right? If you take a look at here, the angle, it's not straight up. And so we're creating a similar angle here. So expect this to take some time. Expect, a move up here to 36.84. Expect it to take a couple weeks. Options are probably not great, I would be getting in more of a stable asset as it moves up. So just, keep a close eye. But more than likely, this thing does look like it wants to move up and out of here based on this, which is very, very interesting. This is why I'm so conflicted, because Bitcoin looks like it wants to break down. The ES chart looks like it wants to break up, but they have been correlated. So, which one is it? Or maybe they're just going to decouple from each other, which is entirely possible as well. Still, just being very careful, keeping my eyes on both directions. With Bitcoin, you've got clear levels of invalidations in both directions. On this chart, it looks like we're breaking the important resistance right now, or at least we're grinding here at the important resistance right now. Could this be a trap? Sure. Am I going to get out of my short? More than likely. And so we'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. All right, so this guy, we were talking about layering bids down here. We did not get this low, right? So from down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. I always talk about looking for corrections. This correction does look like it is completed on Nasdaq. All right, so this is our A, our B, and our C. So that looks like a completed correction. Putting that on there, it's the same degree as we've got on the way up here. If this is a 1, 2, 3, this is the 4. Where's my 4 at? It's all the way over here. This is my 4. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm starting to like this count, so I'm going to put it back into the spotlight. So we've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C down here. Only thing I don't like is how it violated this 1. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So that's why I've been skeptical about this, because we have violated this. Unless this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go up for the 5, so the 3 could actually be up here, right? So leave this up for interpretation. But if this again is like ES, we're breaking that important resistance, right? So you can look left and see all this important resistance that we're breaking through, or trying to break through. Our next level is going to be that 11.6. But we've been talking about a move up to 12.150, 12.2. We've been talking about that for a long time. I still think that is in the cards. So play your equity, right? Play your equity here. I guess you could play the Qs as well, because the Qs are probably going to be going up as well as this thing moves up. I'm just real skeptical about this 4 being complete. Okay. So if this is an ABC, which I don't think it is, then an ABC, we should have an ABC to move up. And again, starting here from the top, working our way down here to the bottom, move up to the 618 is sitting right there at 11,750. So that's going to be an important level for us to break through. More than likely, we're going to see some resistance at 11,750 just because it's the 618. And the move to the downside potentially could take us down here to 10.2. So this 4 might be down here a little bit further. We're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. Lots happens over the course of a day or two. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens at 11,750, and then ultimately to see what happens up here at 12,150 to 12,2, because that's going to be right here at our prior support or attempted support. But really this was a reversal. Up here we were saying that, you know, we're creating a V shape here and it's just going to keep going up, and then it rolled over and just fell. So yeah, that's my thoughts on all of the markets right now. I would not layer bids here anymore. I would abandon that trade because the up move is already well underway. If this is the case, we're already well underway. So just being careful here. I'm actually going to move this 3 up here, this 4 down here, and keep that 5 up there, and then also moving this 5 up here, this 3 up here, and then this 4 going to be moving back here, and I'm going to put this on a lesser degree. I think this fits the narrative a little bit better for the bull case. Okay. Yeah, all right, so that's it for right now. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to hop in the Discord and ask away. Didn't see any suggestions in the YouTube chat to take a look at anything, but I'm always taking a look there if you have anything you want me to take a look at. And yeah, so if this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and a good evening.